Evander Holyfield, cruiserweight king, heavyweight legend, and the man who tamed Mike Tyson twice. Or did he? Because now, years after their brutal battles, Holyfield has admitted something shocking. He says if he had fought Tyson in his prime, he might not have survived it. Today, we're unpacking what Holyfield really said, what made Tyson in his prime unbeatable, and how boxing history might have been very different. Before becoming a heavyweight icon, Holyfield dominated the cruiserweight division. In April 1988, at just 25 years old, he beat Carlos de Leon and became the undisputed cruiserweight champion of the world. But Holyfield wasn't done. Just 2 years later, he made history again, stopping Buster Douglas in the third round to claim the undisputed heavyweight crown. That made him the first fighter ever to unify both cruiserweight and heavyweight divisions. He was fearless, fighting George Foreman, Riddick Bowe, Lennox Lewis, you name it. But despite that elite resume, there's one opponent he says he was lucky to face when he did. Let's talk about that man, Mike Tyson. Back in the mid-'80s, Tyson wasn't just a fighter. He was a force of nature. At 20 years old, he steamrolled Trevor Berbick to become the youngest heavyweight champion in history. And that record? Still untouched. Over the next 12 months, he unified the WBA, WBC, and IBF titles, destroying everyone in his path. He was explosive, fast, ferocious, and most terrifying of all, unpredictable. Holyfield said it himself, unbeatable. When you didn't know what Tyson was going to do, everybody was in trouble. Opponents weren't just losing to Tyson, they were broken before the first punch landed. That was prime Tyson. But as the years rolled on, distractions and personal chaos crept in. The fire dimmed, and that was the Tyson Holyfield faced. In 1996, Holyfield and Tyson finally stepped into the ring together. Tyson was no longer the wild hurricane of 1988. He was still dangerous, but beatable. And Holyfield proved it. Many thought Evander would be KO'd early. Instead, he shocked the world, stopping Tyson in the 11th round. It was one of the biggest upsets in boxing at the time. Then came the infamous rematch in '97. Tyson, frustrated and outboxed, bit Holyfield's ear twice. The fight was stopped in the third round. Tyson was disqualified. But here's where things get real. Holyfield, even with 2 wins, admitted that he got Tyson after the storm. He said, "I was fortunate enough to fight him when he was beatable." That's humility. That's honesty. That's a champion recognizing just how dangerous Tyson truly was in his prime. So what if they'd fought 5 years earlier? What if the 1988 Tyson faced the 1988 Holyfield? Holyfield thinks the answer is clear. He wouldn't have made it out on top. Tyson back then was unpredictable, fast, aggressive, and mentally razor-sharp. He fought like a man possessed, with power and movement that stunned the world. Would Holyfield have found a way? Maybe. But in his own words, he's not so sure. And when a warrior like Holyfield admits he was lucky, you know that Prime Tyson really was something terrifying. 2 legends, 2 warriors, but only one truth. Prime Tyson was a beast the world may never see again. What do you think? Could Holyfield have survived Prime Mike? Let us know in the comments. Hit that like button, subscribe for more boxing deep dives. And as always, stay sharp.